All right. That was interesting. I've got one of these cameras that I keep shuttling upstairs and then bringing back downstairs for the streams, and every time I plug it in, it ends up giving me some other problem. And in fact, it looks like the camera in the back is frozen. Like I said, it never seems to do exactly what it's supposed to. So let's see if we can't get that back online for us here. Is that better? I think that's better. Okay, I think it's working. Anyway, my apologies for being a couple minutes late here. It was definitely one of those I hate computer mornings. Welcome back to the stream. Yet another Saturday after yet another week in pandemic. Same stuff, different day. So hopefully we'll get some, we've got some guests showing up for the show today. Looks like we've got Tuscan on already. That's awesome. Working on an MOC. I would love to see pictures of that. I love the stuff that folks come up with. That's kind of interesting and unique and a little bit outside the box. So that's pretty awesome. Build on. Hopefully we'll get some of the nieces and nephews on here this afternoon. Saturdays are always busy, but you never know. And we'll see. We should see who pops in, see who jumps into chat, see what we've got going on. So it'll be pretty awesome. This will be the last of the Harry Potter sets that we work on. It's the last one that I have here at the house. I've got one of the little fat heads things that I just don't like them and have no interest in doing them on stream. So this is the last of the Harry Potter sets that we have. It'll be the Attack on the Burrow, and this one's pretty cool. It's one of the few that I've seen that has a Bellatrix Lestrange in it, so that ought to be pretty fun. And then we'll have to figure out what we're going to do next week. I've got some. I tend to, particularly if I like a model, I'll buy multiple of them so that I can build one and display it here in the house, but then have one in the box in case I want to trade it with somebody for something that they have. So we've got some of that we could do. I think I've still got an Atlas V. I think I've still got an Apollo Moonlander. There's still a few things that are out there in the box that we could build on stream and then either give away or send to one of the viewers. I mean, I don't need multiples of those things around in the house here, but am more than happy to help share that stuff with folks. And what else do we have? One of my friends who lives in Seattle built her very first Lego kit the other week, and she built the Nintendo. They've got the Nintendo with the little TV and the cartridge moves and the whole deal, and she loved it. And loved it to the point where her husband went out and bought her a couple more, including what appears to be the big Bugatti car set. And apparently she got into that one long enough to realize that once you move into those like really technical, really detailed sets, that it's a completely different experience than the let's put the big bricks together that the sets like particularly the NES set is, because it's a square, like it is a box. So the number of small pieces and the number of detail pieces that are in there are pretty low. Unlike the Millennium Falcon, for example, which just has thousands of pieces that are just little detail pieces that go on the outside. So she got frustrated with it. She was looking to get rid of it. And what I told her was, why don't you send it to me? We'll build it on stream. It may take a couple streams, depending on how big the model is. And then I will package it up for a display and then send it back to her. So we get free Lego to build on stream, which is awesome, and she gets the Legos built for her so that then she can go and display them. And so I feel like that's the best of both worlds. Like the car building. Once we get outside of Star Wars and Harry Potter, my desire to collect those sets is pretty low. Like I don't want to go through and get all of the different cars of the different scales or anything like that. But I am happy to build something for someone and then kind of get a display case for it, get something that can be used as a display and send it back for them. Especially like the Bugatti's really, I mean, it looks pretty awesome. It's just not something that I would put on my list of things that I want to collect. So with that, what we're going to do is we're going to clear out the last of the Harry Potter. I'm pretty excited for this one, mostly because the Harry Potter sets that we've done so far, so the Clock Tower, Diagon Alley, like they've done a really good job of capturing that kind of off level kind of feeling that you get from the Harry Potter, like London, old sets in general, but particularly with the Weasley stuff. Like there's nothing matches. There's no two colors that are the same. None of the corners quite line up. None of the lines are perfectly parallel. And when you're talking about Lego, where everything's a straight line, you have to deliberately put those touches in. Like you have to deliberately make it so that windows aren't perfectly centered or perfectly square. And looking at this one here, it looks like they've put some thought into how do we do that, not just from a color standpoint, which is going to be a huge pain when we get to laying out some of these colors, but also from like you can see that the house isn't perfectly straight. So I'm pretty excited about that. For those of you who love the minifigs, it looks like we've got 8 of them and possibly 2 owls. So we've got Bellatrix, we've got a bunch of the folks kind of on both sides of that battle. We've got Molly, we've got Ron, we've got Ginny, we've got Harry, we've got Arthur. We've got some of the folks who are showing up who are not exactly being the most friendly of folks that are in there. We've got Tonks, which is pretty fun. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how this comes out. It looks like we're talking about just over 1,000 pieces, so 1,047 pieces. And like all of the Harry Potter sets that we've done so far, there's a really kind of focused on element of playset. So it's not just build it and display it, but everything on the inside has an actual like dollhouse feel. Like I could use this and I could tell stories and I could move my characters around in the whole deal. So I mean, we've got bedrooms, we've got the whole Weasley dining room kitchen area that looks like it swings out from the rest of the house. We've got fireplaces where the fire changes colors as they use that as the gate, the teleportation gate to be able to get to different places. We've got a couple different owls. It looks like we've got 2 different owls that we're going to have in here. And just different parts of it swing out so that you can get to different pieces of the model. So it's interesting from a build standpoint, but it's also, it looks like they've put a little bit of effort into, like they have with all of the Harry Potter pieces that we've seen so far, into making it something that people could play with, that they could stage scenes with, that they could tell stories with, and that's kind of cool. Like I especially with the Star Wars stuff, like I love the models and I love being able to look and see kind of what we're doing and how we're doing it. But it's also cool to remember that those models are just pieces that are in bigger stories. And so being able to tell the stories, being able to recreate the scenes from the movie that the individual pieces are in, that's also pretty cool. And a little bit more realistic in something like Harry Potter than it is with a Imperial Star Destroyer that's 4 feet long and weighs 50 pounds. So giving these a little bit of detail and making them fun to build, but then also making them fun to play with, seems like a pretty good balance that they've struck on the Harry Potter side of things. So, absolutely, we will get you close-ups of all the minifigs. It looks like we've got all sorts of stuff, and we do have, it looks like Molly in her house coat, which ought to be pretty fun. So we've got Fenrir, we've got Tonks, we've got Arthur, we've got Molly, we've got Ron, we've got Ginny, we've got Harry Potter. The fun part was when I laid this flat and was trying to read it, there's just enough glare on them that my ancient eyes can't see them anymore. So I was like, wow, I'm not going to be able to read these until I tilted it and realized it was just the glare on it and that it wasn't my eyeballs being broken. So I got that going for me. All right, as usual, let's see what we've got bag-wise here. I wonder if we're going to do that double bag that we did with all of the Diagon Alley side of things. We've got 3, we've got 4, we've got 2. These ones all have the vertical line on them. And 5 and 6. And then we've got one bag of just plates that don't have a number. So we'll go ahead and pull those out of there first and just kind of set them off to the side so we can get them later. So it looks like we've got 7 bags. I would still, like, I know somebody out there has to know what the difference is between the bags that don't have white stripes on them and the bags that do have white stripes on them. If you remember the Diagon Alley one, everything was doubled up. Like there was a number 1 bag with a white stripe and a number 1 bag with a white outline on the number. And I have no idea, like I imagine that signifies something, but I have no idea what it is. So if anybody kind of knows what that means or what that does and make it so that I don't have to resort to Googling, that would be awesome. We've just got 1 book here. So with a set this size, it's really not that big. I'm glad that they can get away with just doing 1 book. As always, we're going to do this one over on the side screen so that we don't have to flip through pages or anything like that. But we will put this down with the rest of them. Looks like we've got some stained glass stickers. And then a bunch of like decoration stickers, like pictures on the wall, and looks like maybe a grandfather clock in there, and things that you would see like up on the wall of kids' rooms and stuff like that. Looks like some wood detail, some paneling detail. So that is actually a surprising number of stickers. Looks like we've got 20 sticker sets and probably 22 or 24 stickers total for a set that only has 1,000 pieces. So on one hand, it's a lot of stickers. On the other hand, we're pretty good at putting the stickers together, and we end up getting something that looks pretty customized. So I don't mind the stickers so much. I know some people kind of freak out when there's that many stickers in play, but I don't mind it. So we've got 7 bags. I don't know. Let's see how long it takes us to get through it. We'll stack these up and set them off to the side. 5, 6, 7. So that we can pull those as needed. Get down there. We've got a drink. We've got our instructions. And let's make sure that everything is changing pages like it's supposed to. Yes, it is. And here we go. So it looks like we get 2 figures, 2 minifigs in each of the bags that has minifigs, and it looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that we get the Weasleys in bag number 1. So that works out pretty well, and it looks like we're going to build the foundation with the couches and some of the flooring in bag 1. In bag 2, we start putting some of the stuff on the table. I see some eggs, see some pancakes, start building up some of the stuff. That one's going to be a lot of little pieces, I can tell already. In 3, we start to put the roof on. In 4, it looks like we put the second floor on. In 5, we start building the entirety of that second floor and then the third floor, and then we finish that off in 7. So not so bad. So for this one, we're going to do all of bag 1. We're going to do a brown base, and we're going to do a green base. Is the clock the special one with all the Weasley's names on it? I don't know. Let's see. Here, let's zoom this in. And you can look along with me. I don't think so. I see like a Weasley family picture in Egypt. That might be. Let's see if I can't get it up there for you to see it. That might be the one you're talking about. Like, it looks like these are pieces of the grandfather clock, and that looks just like a terrible sweater. And we've got some like stuff that's going to be on the walls, but that one right there might be the clock with their names on it, but there's not enough detail for me to actually be able to tell. I don't know. But lots of fun stickers, and y'all know how much I enjoy putting the stickers on, so that'll be pretty cool. It's weird. I normally have another PC like here in front of me so that I can like see the chat and stuff. And like it's literally sitting right there, and I don't know why I didn't set it up, but it means that I have to look over and like I have to look over and see the chat. So it's just weird that the motion is different. Oh my gosh. Not only do we have minifigs, do you know what we have? We have mini pigs. Yes, there is an actual pig. It's a Lego pig. Full on pink pig. Sticks on, has its own little thing so we can put something on its back. Mini pigs. I know, I promise I'm not the first person to come up with that. But I am 100% coining the term mini pigs. And I do need 2 brown ones. Look at you. You should come help me build these. Can we do that? I'm making t-shirts that say I'm vaccinated, you should hug me. For the minute that second vaccine hits, I'm just gonna walk around the neighborhood and be like, it's okay. I'm vaccinated, you can hug me. It'll be great. And then we get to hang out again, and we get to go to a beach. Good times. All right, so let's see what we got here. We've got Molly, and Molly has there's Arthur's pants, and that is Arthur's face. We'll go happy face to start with. And there's Molly's face. And we'll go sassy Molly just to start things off here. And we've got hair. And we've got her like brown. There it is. It's like, why can I not find this? All right. And we need hair for Arthur, which we've got. Wow. That's okay. There it goes. And then we should have a wand for each of them. And of course they have matching wands. Of course they do. So we'll go wand and wand and as requested, here are the close-ups of the minifigs. So got a cute little top on. Got some crazy red hair going. Got terrible sweater on dad. But there you go. And dueling wands. You do the dishes. No, you do the dishes. See, they're play sets. You can recreate real life. All right. So let's, I guess we can go ahead and start that first one. Let's take a look and see who's showing up. All right. We're going to start with our green one. And we'll keep the overhead view here. But if you weren't on the stream last week, as we were building everything, I guess we'll do this before we get started. As we were building everything, the top-down view is really cool, especially when you have things that kind of build out this way. So if you're doing spaceships, it works great. If you're doing buildings that come up towards the camera, not as useful because you don't get to see any of the details. So what we did was we built a second camera. And so we've got a camera that's back up here kind of over my shoulder that is looking down at an angle so that as we start to build things up, you can get a little better view of the front of it. And hopefully that'll make, like when we do buildings and stuff, hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier to follow along, a little bit easier to see kind of what we're doing and how we're doing it. So we'll start off with the overhead camera, but we'll switch over to this one as soon as we get to a point where we want to be able to see what's going on. So fancy we are. So fancy. Yeah, because I was watching back some of the streams that we did on the Diagon Alley, and like I remember building it and kind of looking at it from the front and thinking all of this cool stuff, and y'all can't see it. You can only see from the top down. So it's not like I don't have enough camera gear to be able to do it. So we rigged up a way. It's actually using a spare cell phone it's a brand new spare cell phone, but it's a spare cell phone that I had. So being able to use that and as the input for that second profile, and then being able to switch back and forth between them, I think it's pretty cool, and I think it helps with kind of following along what we're doing. So we'll start with the overhead, and then as we get building things up, and if it makes more sense to look at that from the front view, then we'll go ahead and do that. So, all right, I think I'm finally done talking. I think. I'm sure we'll find something else to talk about, but in the meantime, we can go ahead and get started on the first floor. Lots of green in this one. Greens and browns and tans and oranges and beiges. It does feel very much like a hollow with the color scheme that they're using, but that's kind of cool. All right, and now I've got to do some cobblestones because it would not be a Harry Potter Lego set if it didn't have an inordinate amount of little pieces that we use to do cobblestones. Like that. And we've got plants in the yard. We're knowing the Weasleys, it's probably weeds in the yard. But that's probably unfair of me. I'm a jerk. Oh look, it's a pig pen. Look at that, we're gonna use the pig right off the bat. Damn. There we go. It's a pig in a pen. And I guess in the basement of the house or out on the side of the house. I don't know. I'm interested to see where this ends up. And we need a little bucket and we need a little handle. That's very fragile, but I think we did it. Okay, good enough. Now we do all sorts of fun stuff here. We're gonna take some gray pieces, snap them under some different type of gray pieces. Thank you, Lego. And then we're gonna put one of these on here. And then we're gonna attach that to one of these. So it must be the gate that we're putting on there. And then there's a 3 wide. Yep, it's a gate. And then we put one of these behind it. Stick it here. And there's the gate. Opens and closes. It's just keeping a pig in so it doesn't have to be too crazy. And then on this side, we're just going to match the height of the other side like that. And I want us to turn it around. Got a bunch of these to put in place. And the very first one goes flying away. We're not going to have one of those builds now. I'm not going to have one of those ones that just makes me hate Lego. It's been a long time since we had a build like that. There's one more gray one right here. I need two of these. There, and then a little one to go next to it there. Now we do a little staggered piece. Comes off the end like that. And another, I guess these are barrels. I guess that's what they're using them as. One, oh, and this one goes not on a stud, but between 4 studs. And then I'm gonna stick these two together. I'm gonna put it here. I'm going to take another one of you, and this one is actually going to go on a stud here. And 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Okay. And now you there, and you there. Oh, so those things that I thought were barrels are actually going to end up being supports for that piece as well. So, tricky, tricky. Oh, we need 2 of those. We need each side. So that goes there. That goes there. This goes there. That goes there. All right. Now I guess we're done with that piece, so we kind of set it aside. Maybe we'll come back to it, maybe we won't. We take the first of the brown pieces and that is where we start. Okay, we need these two Fariki pieces go there and there, and then we back them with you and you, and that guy does not go there. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of goes there. It needs to go one further over, like that, so that there's two between them. Okay, and then a dot and a dot, and flat piece and a flat piece, and a flat piece and flat piece. Okay, and then these two go together. So that goes, nope, yeah, that's not right. So you're gonna go like that, and you are going to go like that. Okay, there we go. A little bit turned around. It's early in the day. This set, I think, and I could be wrong, I think the comment was I thought the set would be smaller. I think there's another Burrow set. Like, even when I was trying to find a thumbnail to use for this stream, I think there's another Burrow set that's way smaller, that's only like 400 pieces. I didn't know that there was a smaller one. So it doesn't surprise me that this one was big. It surprised me that there was actually a smaller one. So maybe that's like this feels like maybe the upgraded version or the more deluxe version. I don't know. It was one of the ones that went on sale at the same time as the rest of them, which is why I picked it up. But I didn't know that there was a smaller one. There and there. Yeah, no, you and me both. This is actually the first of the sets that I've ever built. I've almost strictly stayed Star Wars and the NASA, like the space themes, the International Space Station and the space shuttles and the Apollo and Saturn pieces that they put out. Those were my jam. Those were the ones that I was sticking with. And what I realized was I really prefer the UCS sets. Like, I really prefer the detailed, like, for display type sets, which is cool because there's some really amazing models out there to build. The downside is that almost all of them are not being made anymore. And so the cost of getting one of the remaining UCS sets that I don't have, the Superstar Destroyer, the original X-Wing, like there's a handful of them, the ATST, the ATAT, like there's a handful of them that I would love to be able to get and do on stream, but the cost of them at this point is pretty exorbitant. And like, I wish that I was doing this for all of the mad loot and the sponsorship opportunities that are falling out of the sky, but I mostly do this just to keep myself sane. So I have to try to be at least somewhat reasonable with the sheer amount of money that I spend just kind of all the way around on it. So I would love, I mean, the Star Wars ones are my jam. I would love to finish out the rest of the UCS set collection. But until I become made of money or the mortgage starts paying itself, I don't know that that's going to be very possible. There are 3 of those, aren't there? There's 1, there's 2. Where is the 3rd one? It goes right there. Like that. Yeah, if you told me a year ago that one of the highlights of my week would be jumping on a live stream that I will never, ever, ever make a penny off of so that I can build Lego and talk to friends and family and people that I meet from all over the world, I probably would have legitimately called you crazy. Like, this is something that, without being stuck in my house for 350 some odd days, like, this doesn't really fit into the world that was my pre-pandemic life. But 10 of them. Why 10 of them? Why you gotta make a sofa out of these? But it has easily become one of the things that I look forward to most each week. Both for the Legos, because that part never ever seems to get old, but also just getting to hang out with everybody. And the people who hang out during the live stream is a fun time. I get questions all the time on Twitter or on YouTube in the comments, like asking about the sets or asking when the next stream is going to be. So it's certainly been something that is something that's fun, something that I definitely look forward to. Faux show. You're going to line up there. All right, so we've got a pig pen. Why don't you? What did I do that kept you from opening? Oh, nothing. Look at that. Okay, so here's something interesting. Let me make sure you can see this on the camera. On this side, we've got like a little single stud, right? And then the hinge is in the middle. And when you put the house together, that stud snaps in over here. And it's just one stud, so it's not like it's enough to pick the house up or anything like that, but it is certainly enough to keep it together, and so that you actually have to pull on it just a little bit in order to get it apart. So even though you can open it up and use it as a play set and, you know, do whatever it is that you want to with it, it gives you just a little bit of friction to be able to keep it together. It's pretty cool. Good job, Lego. Yeah, the MOCs, I don't know. It feels like I love just goofing off and building on my own. Like, I mean, there's just, at this point, there's bins and bins and bins of Lego. And, like, I've never, the only MOC that I ever, like, actually sat down and tried to figure out and tried to be really good at it was the Serenity from Firefly. I don't even know if you can see it back behind me. Maybe if I get out of frame and let it autofocus. Over in the middle of the shelf, second from the bottom, above the First Order Star Destroyer, is an MOC Serenity that I put tons and tons and tons of work into and loved it, because there was an artist who that I met at a convention here in Charlotte, who did really cool stylized, like his whole deal was that he painted spaceships, and he painted real spaceships and not real spaceships, and he had just released kind of my 3 favorite spaceships of all time, that being the NASA Space Shuttle, the Millennium Falcon, and the Serenity. And so I figured that if I was going to display those three pieces of art, that I wanted to do it with the models of the ships that were represented. And so obviously the Millennium Falcon and the Space Shuttle, NASA's done, or Lego has done a pretty good job with those. The Firefly ship is one that they've tried to get made, but apparently it just never happened. And a good while back, there was a guy who had, I believe he submitted it through the Lego program where you can create your own original design, and if it gets enough support, they'll produce it. And he got plenty of support, but apparently Lego didn't feel like the subject matter was appropriate for their their demographic or for their user base. And okay, I mean, Lego gets to decide that. No shade thrown on that process for me at all. And for a while, he was actually building the kits, like putting the sets of parts together. And this was all like 4 or 5 years before, like back right as the show was going, or when the show was finishing up. And so by the time I got to it, all of that stuff was pretty stagnant, and I basically had to start from scratch and build it over again. And that was fun. Like, I really enjoyed that. But that's a whole different experience for me, like a whole different Lego experience for me than this, which is take everything out of the box, share the instructions with everybody. Like, this is very chill, low stress, trying to figure out how to build the round back of the Serenity was not chill. Like, was not a relaxing day playing with Lego in any way, shape, or form. So, for the streams like this, it would be cool, I think, to like come up with an MOC that we shared the build, like the parts list to, and let the people who wanted to on the stream, like everybody can collect the parts from Bricklinks or wherever we wanted to get them from, and then all build something custom together. I think that would be fun, but like just dumping out a whole bunch of Lego and having an idea and then trying to make that happen live on stream, like that it makes me anxious just thinking about it. So we'll stick with we'll stick with the stuff that has instructions with it. And I'll be honest, maybe the worst Lego experience I've ever had was having to rebuild the UCS Millennium Falcon. Bringing that over here, it broke when I was moving into the house. I ended up tearing the entire thing down into literally dozens and dozens of bins. You don't have numbered bags anymore. You've got, 7,000 pieces or however many is in it. That felt like an MOC, even though I had the instructions, because of having to go through and find every piece that you wanted to do. And it was hands down terrible. I loved that model. I loved building it. I built it with my son and my daughter. The first time that we put it together, like pulling stuff out of the bags and building it a bag at a time. Having to rebuild that from scratch it'll never happen again. Like I swear to God, I will sell that on eBay at a loss and then go buy another brand new one in the box if I ever have to rebuild that for a third time. Like I won't do it. All right, let's see what we got. We got a couple people on Twitter over here. Oh, looks like we've got Legos during the day, and there's a whole bunch of people getting together for an online Cards Against Humanity game tonight, which will be wildly inappropriate and fun and involve a significant amount of alcohol. So I have that going for me too. It's going to be a pretty good Saturday, I think. All right. Bag number 2, and we get 2 more minifigs in this one. And is this the one that I felt like I was going to hate? Yeah, this is the one I felt like I was going to hate. Like this one feels like all detail stuff that we're going to be doing on the inside of the house. And I mean, it's got to get done, I suppose, but I'm not excited. We do have some windows. As usual, we will pre-assemble those so we don't have to deal with them later. And so we can get all these little glass pieces out of the way. Another big one. There's another big window. Any more glass pieces? There might be some in here because we've definitely got some more windows. This is going to be, we're going to guess which way the door is going to go. 50-50 chance that we're right on that one. And we're going to stick the rest of these little windows up here. And if we've got glass that needs to go in them later, we can put glass in them later. All right, minifig pieces, minifig pieces, minifig pieces, whoop. Minifig pieces. Okay. Let's open a little bag. These are going to be the bane of my existence. We have little white 1 dot round flat, and they're eggs. Like they have eggs on top of them. We've got happy and sad, and is that all the? We've got one minifig piece in here. Well, we've got wands, so we can pull those off of here. And that is identical. Yep, they're identical. So that. Give him his wand. Now we'll open the other bag, as it appears that those minifig pieces are distributed across both, because that makes all sorts of sense, I guess. And there is girl head. Ooh, she's got an angry face and a happy face. And then she's got dark hair. And there's her legs. Like that, and a wand. Getting these wands in the hands is one of those deals where I feel like it's way harder than it needs to be. All right, so, oh wait, where's Skippy Weasley's hair? There we go. Okay, so here's our next two minifigs. Lots of long, shaggy hair. So I think that's Tonks and one of the Weasley boys. Who knows which one? Maybe Ron. I don't know which ones were in this set. But we'll stick those two over here. Okay, wall supports, but it looks like 14 and 15, it looks like we need to put some stickers on. So, let's break out the sticker cam for the first time. Let's see what we've got here. It only shows 2, and it shows 14 on this side and 15 on that side. So let's do 14 first. Looks like there's 2 of each of these. Oh, they're kind of translucent. That's cool. Make sure that's all cleaned up. Okay. And nailed it. Jackpot. And this one goes behind the couch. What am I? Oh, it goes on top. I was like, wait, how does that go all the way down to the bottom? It does not, ladies and gentlemen. It goes there. Let's finish this other one so that we can get out of the sticker cam. There we go. And there. All right. Here's what I meant. These pieces here, I thought they were going all the way down to the bottom instead of sticking on top of those. And so I couldn't figure out what I had done wrong because there was no way that those were actually going all the way down to the bottom. Like, just no chance for it. All right, what do we got next? Windows. And to answer our earlier question, I don't know which ones, maybe just the blue ones are getting windows, but there are a couple more glass pieces. It looks like there are 4 glass pieces and there are 4 blue windows. So I could be wrong. We may have to redo all of this later, but I'm going to go ahead and put the glass in the windows now because I'm a rebel living on the edge dangerously. There we go. All right. On one of these big windows, we're going to put some stained glass on 19 and 18. So let's zoom back in. So here's our 2 windows. Here's our stained glass. And we're going to do 19 on one and 18 on one. So here is, get off of there. What? Okay, well, we'll do 18 first then. Crazy. And for some reason, the transparent ones make me way more nervous than the solid ones, which doesn't make a lot of logical sense, but here we are. Killed it! All right, and now we need to do 19, but we need to figure out how the heck to get 19 off the page. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. Okay. So there's 18 and 19. We're probably going to need to get back into sticker cam here before too long, but we'll zoom back out for you. And where did those windows go? Those windows go, 18 goes on this side, 19 goes on this side. And now we need to pot some flowers. So that looks like a transparent one and a green flower. Why are you so difficult? And then we put a pink flower on top of the green flower. And then the whole thing kind of goes on what I guess is going to be like an end table. And then we take a green bottle, which is kind of cool. I wanted to say it was like a goblet, but it's really not. It's really pretty much just a green bottle, which we will put next to the window there. It's funny, so I've got a friend named Mike Stanley, who, kind of friend of the show, has been on a bunch of these streams before, and the stickers drive him crazy. Like, the stickers raise his anxiety level off the charts. And so we invented the sticker cam, the idea of let's zoom in and do the stickers, because I don't mind the stickers, and in fact, like, doing them really quickly. Like, I like lining them up and like getting them done, and it drives Mike bananas So we actually invented the sticker cam just for Mike, so that we could zoom in on the stickers, get them done, and then get out of there without causing too much damage. So we need to get Mike back on the stream. In fact, I should text Mike and tell him that we need him back on the stream because we miss him. We're gonna take two of. Where are you? They're just white round cylinders. How hard can it be to find white round cylinders? They look like pieces from Battleship. And when I talk about Battleship, that makes me remember going to the beach last year when we would play like marathon Battleship tournaments with the kids who had just learned how to play. And that reminds me of New Year's, where I taught the kids how to play like actual Monopoly and then beat the pants off them every time we played. Because there's no letting people win in this world. Not in my lifetime. All right, we got more stickers. We'll zoom in. You know what I'm actually going to do? I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take a picture of it with my phone. Like, let's get the glare off the glass, like that. And we are going to, all here together, text it to Mike and let him know the stream sticker cam misses you. All right, so what are we doing? 20 and 17. So here's 20. We're doing lattice at the bottom for these, all right? Got it. And 17. Mike knows he's thinking. Mike knows that we're thinking about him, so that makes for a good Saturday. I like letting people know I'm thinking about them. All right. So we got two windows. Everything looks good. And I'll hold those up so that you guys can see kind of the stained glass detailing. But all nice and centered and straight, and we're good to go. So we zoom back out and we put 17 on this side and 20 on that side. That's like a sitting room. It's got glass all the way around it. All right, I think we're at the point kind of building up where maybe we need to look at the profile screen. That way you guys can see a little bit better what I'm talking about when I say like, looks like a little sitting room with the couch here. We got stuff, lots of windows around it. So let's build on the profile screen here for a little bit and see how that works. And of course we immediately go into a build 5 little tiny pieces. Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll push them down on the table to make sure that they all line up straight. And we put them 1, 2, 3. Well, it looks like there's actually 2 over on this side, so that the left and right sides match. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5th one goes right there. Okay. We've got some stickers to put on here with a 15 and a 14. We'll, you know what this means? This means that now I can leave this zoomed in and we can just do sticker cam, build cam. Look at that. So nifty. All right, let's see what we got here. Perfect. And perfect. And now these guys go Z to the out here, and Z to the in here. And I bet you that's going to be the doorway. That's what I think. And now we've got one more of these and one more stained glass sticker that goes on it. So we're going to do number 16 here. Nailed it. Write it down. I'll put you here. And we put you. Nope, that's not right. We're going to move everything over 1. Move you over 1. And then we can put you in there. All right. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, there's actually 2 of those, isn't there? Where's the second one? Oh, other side. It's like there's no second one there. Gotta put one on the other side of the window over that way. All right. A 4 and a 6 and a 4 and 3 of these and 2 of these. And we're just gonna outline the top of the windows. That's what it looks like. We're gonna go there, and there, and there, and there. Oop, don't knock off the candles. It doesn't burn down until later in the story, kids. And there, and there, and there, and there. And I did knock the candles off. Of course I did. And there. Okay, so everything still separates. That's why we had to do the 2 and 2 instead of one long piece there. And wait, that's what we just did. There. There. this is going to go over on this side like that. It looks like we're going to do a little bit of reinforcement on the hinge for this one, like that. Which probably just means that this section is meant to, or expected to be opened up more frequently than the other section. Because there's also no connector. Like we had this one over here that gives it a little bit of stability where you got to kind of pull it off a little bit. There's nothing like that on this side. So it just slides freely. Two of you there. One of you there. And we've got stickers. So it looks like you can kind of see the two studs in the back here. It looks like the that's just set up to put stuff on the walls. So we're going to take these two white pieces and we're going to switch over like this. We're going to take those two white pieces and we're going to put stickers 3 and 4 on them, which are 3 and 4. There we go. Got it. And these go on those posts. So that one goes there and that one goes here. And I think we can probably imagine that they're not completely straight inside the Weasley household. So we're going to leave them just the tiniest bit off kilter because I feel like that just goes better with the rest of the model. Okay, we've got some of these little windows over here. We're going to go there and there and there. And then this gray piece goes behind there, so it all lines up. Okay? White corner pieces are going to go there. And there. And you. I'm gonna go there. Is that a faucet? Let's take a look. Yep, it is definitely a faucet. So we're gonna stick the faucet here. And then it looks like we're gonna do some kind of brown tiling around it. We're gonna use you. We're gonna use you. We are going to use, go back, you, and you, and you. Okay? And now we're just getting into the let's just create stuff to stick on shelves part, which, let's be honest, dear stream watchers, not my favorite thing to do. But we will make it happen. Those are waffles. We're not going to use those. That lid is going to go there. And there's a red one. Yep, red one with a lid on it. And a brown top. And there. we've got 2 of these, which will go there and there, and it looks like they're supposed to be pointed in a little bit. Try to get them both pointed in the same amount. We've got a teapot, because of course we do. Just going to go there. We've got a flat white piece that goes on the front of that. Now I have 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these get, this looks like it's going to be the feet for the table. 1, 2, 3, 4. There. And there. And there. And then these are going to match up on the other side, I'm assuming. So there. And there. And there. Two of those, 4 of these, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, definitely the table. We've got mixed match chairs, as we would expect. 1 and yellow, and brown, and brown, and green, and white. And then on the tabletop, we're going to put 2 more U, one of those, and one of those. And we're going to put 4 waffles on this side. Man, I miss waffles. And we're going to put 4 eggs on this side. Now, if y'all know me at all, the idea of just plopping these down and not lining them up is, I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, if I switch back over, like, I mean, come on. Like, we all know that's not going to work. We all know that that's not going to stay the way it is. So, let's figure out how it is that we want to line these up. Let's do the waffles at like a 45-degree angle. So there's one. There's one. There's one. Oh, get back here, waffle. And there's one. See? I don't know why, but that just looks so much better to me. Okay. And then on this side, I don't even think it matters. Let's just make all of the eggs be like on the same part of the plate. So we'll do like that. And we'll do like that. And we do like that. And like that. See? That just makes me so much happier. I'm ridiculous. I don't avoid that topic whatsoever. That just makes me look a whole lot better. Makes me feel a whole lot better. Okay. So now that we're done with that little tiny ridiculous detail, let's put the rest of this table together. We've got teacups there and there. And we've got big yellow mugs, or I guess maybe syrup dispensers. You never know. I'm going to say they're syrup dispensers because that just makes me happier to think that everybody's drowning their waffles in amazing syrup. So we're going to do that. And then we've got this guy, which I am almost positive is going to be a carafe of orange juice. And this guy, which looks to be maybe a pot of coffee, although it's London, so Nutella? Who knows? Who knows? And then this whole thing sits right on top of that base like that. So there we go. Got a little table going on there. I wonder. I'm going to check something. Hold on just a second. I'll be right back. No, it's actually pretty good. I couldn't tell if that was out of focus or not, but it's not. It's pretty good. So we're just gonna leave it alone. We got a few more things that we need to do here. We've got some potted plants. Oh, why are you so difficult? And then the potted plants are going to go there. And we got to do this again. We hate it. There. All right. Okay, now we've got a big set of windows here, and we're going to do this guy on one side, and then on the other side we're going to do 2 stacks of windows like this, and then we put you on the back, we put you and you on the front. And that whole thing goes on this side, separating the people from the pigs. Although, I may have to actually move the pig. Whoa. Let's put our couch back. Let's move our pig. Let's put our window down here. And then let us reassert the pig to the Legos. Like that. Okay. Now we're happy, pig is happy, window is happy. And we're going to build the first of. So this is going to be interesting to me. And we talked about at the beginning how kind of everything is just a little bit ragtag when it comes to the Weasley's house, which is cool. But what it means is we're going to have all sorts of crazy roof patterns that we have here. And we're going to have dark reds, and we're going to have light reds, and we're going to have oranges and tans. And I think we're going to have all sorts of crazy stuff on here. So it's going to be important that we are relatively careful with making sure that we are using the right colors, or we're going to get to the end of this and I'm working on the wrong side. we're going to get to the end of this and it's going to end up being, we're going to be short pieces. So this is always a challenge because the colors as they're printed in the book or as they show up in on the electronic version, not always 100% accurate. But we'll see how it works. And then on this side, and it's all going to be off pattern, right? Like, we're not going to do the same pattern on both sides. So my pattern matching brain is already starting to freak out just a little bit. But I think it'll give us something fun in the end when we finally get it all put together. We got that done. And then we're going to do you and you. And we're going to do you and you and you. Ooh. I don't know if the mic just picked up my stomach rumbling, but holy cow. By the way, we nailed it on the door. We guessed. Absolutely we guessed. But we guessed right, so I'm taking it. And we're going to go here and here and here. All right, we've got a lot of little stuff left, but it kind of makes sense. We've got one extra egg, we've got one extra waffle. All the rest of it is just little stuff. We've got we could make a flower out of it thing. But I don't see anywhere that we missed any flowers. I mean, we've got the 2 potted plants that are over here, and that was really it. So I think the rest of these are legitimately just extra pieces. But if we find out later that we missed something, we can always come back and do it again. But for now, I'm going to slide all of those over into the boneyard. All right. Next, we have bag 3. And we will, here's where we are so far. Kind of that's the footprint for it. We're done with that sticker. So we can stick those away. We've got a few more stickers left on here. But it's looking pretty good. Like, I feel like we got kind of that first floor done, and we can start building up around the outside and start building on the second floor there. I love when somebody texts me and says, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then I can just take a picture and say the usual. All right, so we're gonna break out bag 3 here. It looks like we have no minifigs in this bag. Sad Panda is sad. And it looks like we're getting into some fairly reasonably sized chunks, so walls and arches and that sort of stuff. And I see a couple windows in there. which means we may have some glass pieces. We may not have some glass pieces. We'll figure it out. Spread it out a little bit. Everybody gets some space. And get some space. So I don't see any glass pieces. So we've got at least 2 of these windows here, and I've got a blue window and another blue window, and I don't see. Oh, I do see some little glass. So we'll put a little glass in there, and where there's one, it means there's probably another. But it's hiding from me, so we may have to see if we can't find it later. Oh, we've got, it's not clear. It's a transparent piece. Looks like it's going to fit in. I have no idea whether this is going to belong there or not, but I'm putting it in anyway because it's got to go somewhere. So I'm guessing that's right. Who knows? We'll figure it out. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to build on this roof line a little bit. We're going to put, and we can flip back to here so that you guys can see better kind of what we're doing here with the roof profile. We're going to put you on there and you on there. And then we're going to do a big red. Get on there. We're going to do a big red. We're going to do 2 gray pieces over the window here. 1, 2, there and there. And then we're going to do another big red. And we're done with that side. Now we're going to throw some arches in place. It wants us to open up. Nope. I almost spilled the OJ. That would have been a disaster. I want us to open this up. Yes. Okay. And we're going to put some arches over the couch. Like that. And like that. Okay. And then we're going to do 2 more. And these ones get the tops filled in like that. Here. And that. And that goes on the brown piece there. So we've got arches. We've got arches. We're going to build a hinge. I wonder if we're reinforcing or if this is just going to be a new one. Looks like we're reinforcing. So we've got the hinge down here on the bottom, and we are going to reinforce that with a hinge up at the top, like that. And then we've got 2 of these bad boys that need to go somewhere. They need to go here, and they need to go here. Okay. And then this goes there. Put a little top on it. And then we've got 2 of the lighter pieces that are going to go there and there. And 2 of these are going to go there and get in there, like that. Then we're going to take those two and these two, and we're just going to extend this roof line up. And if we extend the angle first, it means we don't have to worry about where we line those guys up because they'll fit right in where they're supposed to. And then we're supposed to close this. And we're going to build more on this roof line. So we'll put you there, put you there. What have we got going on here? How come you don't want, oh, there you go. You're just off center. No worries. And then we've got two big red. Big red, big red. And then we've got a light brown, like this, in the middle. Like that. Okay. Now we're going to build it up one more level, and at least they've given us the guidepost of using the corners are all red. Like if those were different colors, I feel like maybe it makes it a little bit more hectic, a little bit crazier. But because they have kind of stuck with the corners all being the same kind, or the same color, it makes the rest of this a little bit easier. So 2, 4, 6. And now we've got little pieces. So this is the top of the roof. We put a gray one and a brown one and a red one. We're matching those to the pieces that are underneath them. And then a gray one. There's another gray one in here somewhere. There it is. Like that. Now we got to build a table. Table. Leg. Leg. A piece that holds stuff down. Probably going to be a quill of some kind, or an ink bottle, or something. That and like that, and then there's a piece that's a letter. I guess it's this one. Yep. And the letter is gonna stick on there like that, and then this whole thing goes in front of. Get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. Goes on those pieces we put in, so that goes right there, like that. All right, so we got a little end table there, getting awful cluttered, and we're gonna build something here. So take you. I bet you this is gonna be the fireplace. Is what I think this is gonna be. And you. And you, and you, go there. And then you and you. Oh, and we go crossways. So that one goes in that direction, and then this one goes in the other direction. this is awfully complicated. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing, but I'm just going to keep building, and I'm going to trust that it works out. And you go there, and green flame goes there. And then we flip it over, and we put the same two pieces on. We put this guy here, and we put this guy here. And then we try to square them up, because it's just how I roll. And then we put orange. I think maybe there's multiple flames on each one of these, because that looks like step 7, and then step 8 has another one of these that goes on there and then folds over that way. I guess that's right. So that must mean that there's a green on the other side that we missed. And that goes there like that. Okay. And then this whole thing. Is that what we're going to do? Yep, we're going to turn it. And then we're going to turn it. Okay. All right. Makes sense after it got done. Needed to stop thinking I knew what was going on and just build it the way they told me to. And that goes there. And you. And you. And you. Where are these going to go? I think we're going to go this way and that way. And then what is this? I guess that's you and you, which goes on there, and then another one of you, and then another one of you. And you, and you, like that. And then we take two little ones and put them together, and that's how we're going to fill in the third height that we needed there. And we're going to go you, and you, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 1, and then two big 2x4s over top. And then this whole thing goes right there. Okay. You and you and you and you and click. And then we do 3 of this with these. I don't even know what. I guess they're logs. They have to be logs. We'll find out. I should just shut up and build, Jeremiah. Shut up and build. They look like logs to me. That's all I'm saying. I'd be fine with them being logs. That's what I mean. And this goes, is that an orange? Yep, goes on top. This goes on the back. That goes right there. You and you. And this is going to come through the back of the house and directly into the fireplace. So that's how we can rotate it from, I think you can see that. See, we've got orange fire, and we've got green fire, and we've got orange fire again. That's kind of cool. Kind of cool. Let's, here, I think this will be a better way to show it. See the fireplace? Whoop, green fire. And whoop, orange fire. So that's what we've got going on in the fireplace. Now, what else are we doing? Got you. We got all sorts of crazy colors going on here. We've got this and that and that. That. Okay. Is this like a, no, it's a bookshelf that goes on the side of the fireplace or the chimney. Like that? I think it needs to go like that. There we go. So everything all lines up the way it's supposed to. Now, this looks like we're building a clock. So this is where Steph thought this might be the clock that has the names on it, and I don't know. So we're going to put it together and see what it looks like. Doing sticker number 8, and sticker number 8 is going to go like that, and then like that, and we've got light green and brown on one side, and light green and turquoise on the other side, and then 2 weird pieces on the top like that, and here's that piece with the solid, like non-transparent one that was in there. We're going to throw a sticker on it, so let's take a look. Switch. We're putting sticker number 12 on here. And this ought to be interesting considering it's already in there. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And then we've got the one that has the glass on it that's going to go on the other side. Oh, so you can like see through it. I don't know, man. And then you. And then you. And then these 2. 1, 2. More stickers. And this one is going to be 11. 11. Like that. And it's going to go on the front there. And then 1, 2, there. 1, 2, there. And then we put these on top. So yes, it is absolutely the clock, and like I have no idea whether this is like legit or if I just honestly can't see anymore. Come on, you can do it. Focus. It might have the names on there. Like they might just be too small for me to see or really too small to be useful, but it is very possible that they have the names on there. So, good job, Steph. And then this is going to go in front of that. got some more arches that we're going to put on either side of the clock. Like that. And then we're going to put a couple little padding pieces in there. And in here and over here. Then we're building up the outside. We're throwing another one of you on there. Putting a crazy funky corner piece. There like that. Putting a brown piece over the door. Like that. Now we're going to do some build up over here. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. We've got a sticker that we need to put on here, but we can put you in there already. And we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Let's go ahead and throw the sticker on real quick. Number 10. Like that. Put it there. Throw this on top of here. Got 2 of these facing forward next to the front door like that, and like that. Two. 1, 2, 8. And then you are going to go between there. And then some more. What's underneath there? That can't just be empty like that. There's all sorts of stuff down here that it looks like I skipped. Like that needs to go in there, and that needs to go there. So now this can go there. This can go there, and we can fill you in, and is that right? Nope, we are 1 off, so that's going to go there. That lines up with you. And then this fills in the gap there. And you. And, 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 and you. And, 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 then this guy goes somewhere right in the front. Probably gonna hold a lantern or something, would be my guess. And that's it. And we've missed stuff because these guys are not gonna be extra. There, there, and the rest of this I'm comfortable with being extra. So there we go. And I think we're done with that bag, correct? We are indeed. And we move on to bag 4. We have 7, right? 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna do bag 4. Then I'm gonna take a break. And we're gonna try to figure out, like, do we want to push and finish all of this today, or do we want to do another stream on Tuesday and like finish it up over 2 of them? Because it's already 3 o'clock here. I feel like we've made pretty good progress. We're certainly not going slow. For all you West Coast folks, it's still early in the day. But let's see how long it takes to do this one. Maybe we'll just do one more and then be done. Looks like we've got Harry and Hermione in here. All right, so let's put some minifigs together. We'll do Hermione and Hermione. We need Hermione hair. There's Harry hair. And I'll stick you back there. Here it is. This is, no, that's not Hermione, that's Ginny. That's like, I am up to no good Ginny. Here, I'll show you what I mean as soon as I get these two together. All right, and if that's up to no good Ginny, then it's probably up to no good Harry. Because we know how that goes. Oh, did I drop it? No. It tried to get away from me. I didn't let it. And blue pants, blue jeans, blue jeans. There you go. Okay, so here are Smiling Harry and Smirky, I know something you don't, Ginny. Kind of casual sweatshirts and hoodies and magic wands, and here you go. Stick them over here with the rest of them. And we begin. Do, 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 do. Oh, that's a crazy yawn. Whew. I'm guessing we're building a bedroom, is my guess. Because I know how much you all like it when I guess what it is that we're building before we build it. So I'm going to go with bedroom. Let's get you back somewhere you can see something, huh? Like that, maybe? Yep. I was right. It's a bedroom. There we go. Green. And green. And lighter green. And lighter green. And yellowish green. And yellowish green. And green. And green. And then a flat piece goes on top. And there's a sticker. What's our sticker? Oh, I see what these are. So I thought these might be things that go on the walls, but they're actually bed sheets. So this one. Move everything out of the way so we can see. This one is going to go here, and the colors match. So we've got the color on the pieces with the color on the sticker, which only makes it more important that we get this on and centered. And pretty good. Pretty good. And this is going to go in here like that. Desk and chairs. And a brush. And that's going to go there. And that's going to go there. Oh, we've got walls and stuff. Slow down. Slow down. Walls and stuff. We've got our windows. One. We've got a mirror, which is going to have a mirror sticker. So let's, I hate circles. Man, I hate circles. I hate circles just kind of as a regular course of things, and circle stickers are the worst. Come on, so difficult. Oh, look at that. That's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. And that's going to go on the wall back there. Yeah, and that makes me happy. Those circle ones, they are not even close to fun. You, and you at, kid? There. And nope. Nope. You. And you. Okay. Then we've got a double window, but it doesn't look like both of them have glass, which feels bad. And then this is going to go on there, and then there, and there, and there. Okay. That's what it say to do. And these two are going to go here. And these two are going to go here. And we've got another sticker. You and you, and it looks like something to go on the wall there. Yep, it's going to be the Weird Sisters, which I guess is a Harry Potter band. But it's going to go on this guy. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. All right. It's in there. All good. Two. And then this whole thing is going to go on there. Yes? Yes, that's where it's going to go. I just need it to go there. Go around and make sure everything fits the way it's supposed to. There we go. All right. And then what are we doing? Are we going to build out this way? Looks like it. We're going to go 4 and 4 and big block and little block, little block. And then we're going to build up the roof over on that side. So we go little block, you, and you. Red corner. Red. Nope, just the one red corner. And then 2 of these, which are going to go on the front like that and that. And the other 2 of these, which are going to fill in like that and like that. Okay? We're going to put you there. There. 2, 1, 2. Corner. Brown. Bright red. Dark red, brown. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. We've got a flagpole outside. Like that. Where are we going now? Those little posts that were sticking out that we thought were going to be we're going to hang something from them. What they actually are is the attachment point for the house piece that's going to go there. And it also gives us a way to judge how high we want to make that, because we want all of those pieces to line up. And they almost do. Almost. There we go. Now they line up. That was a nifty way to kind of build out the rest of the front there. All right, and we're gonna push 3 of these together. Stick you on top like that. Put you in there like that. And that looks like it's going to be a base for maybe more roof. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That and that. Let's go into the sky. There and there. There, there. And there. And there. Nope, and we got one more. We need one there. All right, now we're going to do some windows and not windows. So on the back here, we're going to point this thing that way. And we're going to put you in the back here like that. And then this one, we're going to put in the front like that. And so it makes like a little dormer window where it kind of comes in even with the roof there. That's pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I think our camera has frozen back there, hasn't it? Yep. Okay. Well, let's Let's try to fix that camera. In the meantime, I mean, we can always switch back to this. But let me see if I can't get it back working. Still completely frozen. Maybe? Yes. Yes. We did it, fam. Good job troubleshooting, everybody. Oh. There, now you can actually see something. Okay, so back to where we were. We've got the little dormer here, and it kind of fits into the roof, which is pretty cool. I like it. All right, back to the work. We're gonna go, this goes right on top. And then we've got bricks and bricks. And then we've got framing and framing. And this is actually going to raise it up to the same level as the bedroom that's sitting next to it. Well, we're, I guess, to that side of the wall of the bedroom anyway. Where'd that other one go? 1, 2. Okay, we got them. And then 1, 2, and 1, 2. And 1, 2. I'd wondered what they were going to do with those. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. God. Brah. This is one of those ones here. I'll try to show you with the camera. We may flip over to the overhead for this one. So we've got this piece, and it's just like it's 8 pieces long, and it's got these, but there's nothing to square them against, and so it's super hard to get them. You can tell that they're not all straight, and it just drives me batty. So what I normally do is I will like find the flat end where it's supposed to be flat, and I'll actually just set it down on the table and push it and rub it a little, so that now everything's all all flat. But it drives me crazy when they do that, when they want everything to be square, but they don't give you any reference point to be able to make things square other than just eyeballing it or trying to find something external to use to line it up. I mean, I get maybe sometimes it's unavoidable, but it drives me crazy. And we've got a broom, and the broom is going to go inside the room like that. You, and you, and you, and you, and you are going to go right on the front of the house like so. And we've got another window. And the window gets a blue piece on top. And the window goes on the outside of that. Okay. And then this guy goes here. And this guy goes here. And then we do you, and you, and you, and you, and you, and you. And I bet you that's it. Yep. And we've got a couple little pieces that are left here, but nothing that seems out of place in a junkyard. So here we go. We are doing pretty well. So that's what we've got so far. The house should still open. It does. And we can see kind of the play side on that side. We've got the fireplace, and we've got the fireplace that we can change from red to yellow. They are logs. I was right. We've got a little table over there with some letters on it that could be sent by owl. We've got a couch. We've got some knickknacks on the walls. That whole thing closes up. We've got the front door. We've got the kind of architectural front. Looks like we're building up to put something on there. And then on the back, we've got the other half of the play place. We've got a seat. We've got the Weasley clock. We've got a little bookshelf. We've got some plants. And then we got the whole kitchen table and kitchen sink that are over here with eggs and waffles and all the rest of it that's on there. So that is bag 4. We've got 3 bags left. We've got 5, 6, and 7. And I think that what we probably want to do is pause it here and pick up here with the next stream, because I think we're at like 2.5 hours or so, which is probably a good point to cut this one short. So we got 4 bags done. We've got 3 bags left to do. We'll probably be able to knock this one out in a stream, maybe Tuesday night. We could probably do Tuesday night. We could probably do Thursday night. Either way, should be fine. But this has been fun. We've got 6 of our minifigs ready to go. We've got kind of the foundation, the first floor or 2 of the house taken care of. We've only got 3 bags and 4 stickers left to go. So that works out pretty well. So I think we're just gonna leave it there. We'll leave everything the way it is. We will pick back up on the next stream, probably Tuesday or Thursday. If you have a preference, or if there's a time that works better for you, throw something in the chat. I'm pretty flexible on when I can do these. The Saturday at noon sometimes gets the kiddos involved, whether it's the nieces and nephews or whether it's my kids. But if there's a day during the week that makes better sense, or a lunch hour or something like that, like we could do 3 quick streams on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of like a half hour, 45 minutes each, and do bags 5, 6, and 7 and finish them up. I'm pretty flexible. So whatever you think would work best, whatever works best for you, throw something in the chat, let me know. Other than that, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I will see you on the next stream.